What's up guys, TJ here. I realized recently that I spend a lot of time in the backcountry every year. I do all my powder tests out there. I make videos going splitboarding and sharing that kind of stuff with you guys, but I've never taken the time to actually share the equipment that I use. So today I'm gonna run you through all of the backcountry equipment that I'm gonna be using throughout the whole season this year. All right, so I was hoping to film this video up out on the mountain after we filmed all the gear B-roll for this, but some weather started rolling in, it got really cold, it started snowing, so we're doing it in the studio today. And quick disclaimer before we get into things, before you even consider recreating in the backcountry, make sure you get the proper knowledge, get your AV1, maybe try to find a mentor if you can locally, and make sure you get all of the proper safety equipment that you need out there. And my 2 cents, if you're just getting started in the backcountry, is just be very conservative your first couple seasons out there. There's no reason to get hectic and go in some gnarly terrain right off the bat. There's so much fun and great snow to be had on low angle terrain, and the #1 priority is to always make it back to the trailhead. So let's start this video off talking about safety equipment. That's going to be your beacon shovel probe. I've been using BCA, Backcountry Access, from the get-go. This is going to be my 7th season in the backcountry here in Colorado. BCA is a Colorado company. They make great, reliable equipment. I'm using the BCA Tracker 4. I've had the Tracker 3. I've used the Tracker S. They're all great. They're all reliable. They're all easy to use. They're gonna help you out if you need it. And you can even buy it in a package so you can get your shovel and probe with it. The package I have comes with a dozer shovel. It's a nice big, lightweight aluminum shovel you can throw together very quickly, as well as their Stealth 300 probe. So make sure you have that, and make sure you have a good pack to carry that all around it. And the backpack I'm using this year is the DB Snow Pro backpack. It's the 25 liter version. I think 25 liters is just a great daily size. It comes in a little bit larger sizes as well if you want more room. And this backpack looks really promising. I'm excited to check it out and put it to the test this year. It's got all the features that I'm looking for, including a nice durable fabric, a dedicated pocket for all of your safety equipment for quick access. It's got a clip for your radio on the strap, a vertical snowboard carry if you're out there hiking around, and critically, it gives you rear access to the main compartment, which I think comes in handy a lot in the backcountry, but I'm gonna be using this as my main backpack for really everything all year, and I really enjoy that feature for traveling around as well. And I also like the roll top design. I think not only does that look cool, but it's going to give you a little bit of extra literage, and I plan to use that to be able to store my helmet so it's nice and secure in there and not smacking against things as I'm walking around, maybe getting out of the truck, navigating through wherever you might be. It's just going to keep everything nice and safe inside the backpack. And when you do start getting in the backcountry, you're going to learn that you always want to be out there with a crew. That's kind of like your lifeline as you're out there, and obviously way more fun just enjoying nature, getting way out there with some close friends, maybe making some close friends, getting into this side of snowboarding. With that, you're going to want to have good communication, so I definitely would recommend investing in a radio. I use the BCA Link 2.0, has a little bit better battery life and better range versus the original version, although I think you can get some pretty good deals on the regular BCA Link. I think if I was going to upgrade though, I probably would invest in a more handheld option. It's nice to have the Link that kind of straps to the backpack here. It's just easy to just communicate right when you drop, or just always have that right there on your chest. But I think the handheld ones are a little bit more versatile. So you could look at like Rocky Talkies or the BCA Mini as well. I think those would be great options. And as a quick bonus, while we're talking about things that could all be categorized as kind of like safety gear, I do recommend learning how to put together a solid but simple first aid kit that you can just keep in your backcountry pack at all times. You never know when that's going to come in handy. The next piece of gear I want to talk about is my helmet. And I've been running the Sandbox Classic 2.0 for over 11 years now. I get a new helmet every single year. And a couple seasons ago, I had the honor of designing my own signature model with Sandbox. It's this helmet right here behind me, featuring the Great Wave off Kanagawa by Hokusai graphic, just an iconic Japanese design. Very, very honored to be able to make that happen. And this is the last year that this helmet's going to be produced. So if you are a fan of that artwork, go check it out. It's going to be linked down below this video in the description, as well as all of the gear that I talk about. But the Classic 2.0 is just a nice low profile helmet. It's lightweight It has a brim, although they do offer it in non-brim version called the Icon. And it's got all the features that I'm looking for. It's proper safety certified. It's got a little bit of ventilation to it to keep some airflow on your head. It's got an adjustable boa dial on the back to really get it nice and snug without having to purely rely on the chin strap. And most importantly, I'm just stoked on the aesthetic. I think it's a really good looking helmet and I'm stoked to wear it. I think that's the most important thing when you're buying a helmet. Get a helmet that you like so that you'll actually wear it. Next up, let's talk about base layers. And this year I'm trying a bit of a higher end base layer from Mons Royal. It's called their Cascade Merino base layer. And over the last few years, I've been talking about this on the channel. I recommend switching everything that touches the skin over to merino wool. It has a lot of great properties, and the Cascade is made up of over 80% merino wool. But the biggest benefits you're gonna find after you make the switch is that it's got really great thermal properties even as it gets wet. So particularly in the backcountry splitboarding dynamic activities where you're gonna be sweating, if that base layer does get saturated, merino is still gonna keep you warm. It also does a great job of moisture wicking and pulling that moisture away from the skin, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. And it's naturally antimicrobial. So if you're on like a hut trip or something, a multi-day trip, you got to wear the same base layer for a few days. It's not going to get all nasty on you out there. But the main reason I wanted to try Mons Royal is because they source their merino wool from New Zealand. So I know it's ethically sourced. I've spent a lot of time down in New Zealand as well. I'm a big fan of the way they run things over there, particularly with regards to agriculture. So I'm stoked to have that on me this year as I'm out exploring the mountains, whether that's on the resort or particularly out in the backcountry. I also recommend picking up a couple pairs of nice high quality snowboard socks. And this year I'm gonna be trying out the Descent IQ Hybrid Merino socks. They're definitely a little bit pricey, but they're 40% merino wool and they offer some nice compression as well. I enjoy a nice thin snowboard sock, so I'm gonna be trying those out and we'll see how they go through the season this year. And one quick thing I forgot to mention, talking about all the stuff in my pack, I do recommend grabbing some ski straps as well. I've got some Evo ski straps this year. They're super cheap and they kind of act like insurance. You would not believe how often they come in handy. I know ski is in the name, but have a couple on you, whether you need to wrap one around your boot to make it down the mountain and out back to your truck, or just hold anything in your kit together. They're super durable, they're super light, and they definitely will come in handy at some point, whether that's for yourself or someone else in your group. Okay, next I want to talk about what might be the most versatile piece in your kit, particularly when it comes to splitboarding and spending time in the backcountry, and that's my mid layer. So this year I'm running the Melt Kishi mid layer. It's 60 gram weight, which is a pretty standard but very versatile weight. It's going to keep you warm when you need it to, but it's not super hot or super bulky. This mid layer actually packs into its own pocket, so you can keep it nice and compact if you want. Always have it on you, maybe even use it as a travel pillow or like emergency pillow if you need to. It's got a nice durable face fabric, so if you want to take your jacket off as you're hiking up on your splitboard, it's not going to get ripped super easily if you snag it on a tree branch. It's got a solid DWR on it, so water's just going to roll right off of it and help keep you a little bit drier if you are out in the elements. Definitely very capable as an outer layer as well as a layering piece. And it's got a cinch on the bottom, so you can customize the style a little bit depending on how you want it to look and how you want it to fit. And we intentionally designed this to have no hood, so as you're stacking jackets, you're not also stacking your hoods. That's something that was super annoying to me. But the biggest thing is that most high quality mid layers come in at around 250 to 300 bucks. And we priced this at $135. So you can get an even bigger discount with the link down in the description. Go check it out. This is something I think all snowboarders should have, especially if you spend a lot of time in the backcountry. For my face mask, I'm going to continue to run the Air Hole Waffle Grid Balaclava as my go-to. They offer these masks in a ton of materials, but the Waffle Grid I find is the most versatile, and I do enjoy a balaclava just for easy full face protection at any time. It's got a nice hinge on it, and if you don't like that grommet style mouthpiece on the air holes, they do offer a laser cut option this year. But the main reason I'm sticking with Air Hole goal is that I can have this mask tucked up into my goggles whenever I want and have zero goggle fog. So if you've ever struggled with that issue and you've never tried air hole, give them a try. There's also a code to get a little bit of a discount on those masks in the description as well. For my goggles this year, I'm gonna be testing the Oakley Line Miner Pros. I haven't ran Oakleys in like 8 years, and I chose these goggles for 3 reasons. First, because they finally got their stuff together and they're offering these goggles with a free bonus lens, something they haven't done for years and always blew my mind at the price point they're selling goggles for. These also have a solid magnetic lens with locks that are very easy to use. I'm a big fan of magnetic lenses, and I think these are gonna work very well for me. And they have this new tech that's like a single layer lens technology. So that's something a little bit different. I'm excited to try it out. And of course, also gonna get Oakley's Prism lens technology, which is like that color optimization tech that helps you see textures in the snow a little bit better. So stoked to get back on Oakleys this year and see how they stack up. I've been running Anons for the last like 4 years. And I think the Oakleys are gonna be pretty sweet. We'll see. And for my outerwear for my backcountry kit, I wanted something that's nice and high vis, something that my friends would still be able to see me, even if it's like dumping snow or we get some clouds rolling in and it gets a little bit white out. So I'm gonna be wearing our Osho kit in the new burgundy color. It's like a nice deep red, very visible, but not that like ski patrol kind of red. I've always been a big fan of burgundy. I think it came out super nice. So this is gonna be a jacket bib matching combo, packed with features. Fabric wise, it's gonna be a 20K membrane, 15K breathability with a solid eco-friendly PFAS-free DWR. In the jacket, you're gonna get all the features that you need, including large mesh pit vents, well thought out pockets, a cinch around the waist to customize the style, a large helmet compatible hood with 2 cinches. You're gonna find multiple pockets on the inside of the jacket as well, 2 large mesh pockets on the inside. I like to use those to hold my goggles. You can maybe put your skins in there as well if you like. You got a media pocket on the left side here. You can throw your phone in there and run some wired headphones up. And you got a small pass pocket on the sleeve that you could use to store whatever small items that you like. The bibs have some nice features as well. You're gonna get full reinforced venting through the entire crotch of the pants going all the way around. You're also gonna get a dual reinforced hem at the bottom of the pants for just added durability in one of the most critical and most damaged parts of pants and bibs that I've found over the years. And you get a little key clip on the inside of the chest pocket with some mesh pockets in there as well on both sides for added storage. Clip your keys there, any critical items, make sure you don't lose those. So, and that's the Osho kit. And with all the melt items I've mentioned in this video, there is a promo code down in the description to get you an additional 10% off of what we believe is already a very accessibly priced product. So go take a look and let me know what you think. For my gloves in the backcountry, I'm not just running standard mittens. I prefer like a trigger mitt, so you still kind of have that mitten vibe, but you get a little bit more dexterity and you can grab onto things and work on things a little bit better, whether that's gripping the handles on your snowmobile and working on your brakes and your throttle, or trying to transition your split board from walking mode to touring mode or whatever it may be. You definitely need to be able to use your hands in the backcountry. So I'm running their C-Zone mitt. I will admit it is a very expensive glove, and full disclosure, I have a friend who works at Hestra, so that's why I've been running those, but I've had a great experience with them. They're full leather construction and they've lasted me 4 years so far. I'm gonna run them again this year. You'll see in the B-roll here, these do need a little bit of refreshing with the nick wax to get them ready for the season, but I think they're gonna hold up just fine. So these are solid, but whatever you do end up getting, I would recommend either a proper 5-finger glove or at least a trigger mitt so you can use your hands a little bit better. Okay, we're almost to the hard goods, but first, my boots for the year. I'm gonna be running the Union Reset Pro in the backcountry as well. Like I mentioned in my general gear list, I'm committed to a season-long test of these boots, and I've already done like a proper deep dive on these, so go check out that video if you're interested on all the details. But the main thing I'm excited about testing with these boots with regards to splitboarding is also related to that injection molded single piece shell. It has great rebound, and I think that's gonna come in handy hiking up hills with the splitboard. We'll see. They've made some big claims with these boots, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of hiking with them and really putting them through the ringer. So Union Reset Pro, those are the boots for all snowboarding this year, whether that's resort, splitboarding, or even on the snowmobile as well. Okay, so getting into my splitboard gear, let's start off with the bindings. I've been using the Union Charger for the last few seasons. These things are super solid. I feel like they got these very dialed. It's a pinless splitboard binding system, and it's made out of the same kind of nylon blend that they use on their other union binding. So it has that traditional, comfortable, like on resort binding feel. It's not a metal binding like most splitboard bindings. It has a great feel for the ride down. It's still gonna offer a really fast changeover with that well thought out pinless system that just kind of uses a lever on your heel, makes it nice and easy. It's got an adjustable heel cup with locking washers, just like all the other union bindings. It's got a touring mode and a walking mode that's really quick to swap between, whether you're on the way up or switching over to the way down. And it has a built-in heel lift with like a little rubber pad on the bottom, so you don't have to have that extra piece like you do on other splitboard bindings, and save just a tiny little bit of weight on your setup, but really quick and easy to use, and definitely, if you've been splitboarding, you know, super critical on the way up. But it only has one level of adjustment, so that's a little bit of a compromise there. And for my actual splitboard, I have been using the Season Pass over the last 3 years. It's been really solid. There's a few things I really like about it. One is they come with pre-cut Pomoka skins, a nice high quality skin, has great grip on the way up. You don't gotta mess with cutting that thing down to size to fit the exact width of the skis on your splitboard. It's just already done for you, which is great. It comes ready with some nice higher end Karakoram hardware, not their basic stuff, but a little bit more premium stuff. And it's based on the taper directional design of the Nexus, which is one of my favorite all around directional shapes that I've tested over the last few years. And most importantly, it is very lightweight. I think that's something you should always consider when you're choosing your splitboard. I mean, the less weight you carry up, the more energy you're gonna have, and the better your day is gonna go. It's also a camber dominant profile, which helps give you a little bit more grip on the way up. But yeah, that's it guys. That is all of my splitboard gear. A lot of this stuff I've already been using for years, and I'm gonna continue to use throughout this season. And if you wanna check out anything that I've talked about, it's all linked down below this video in the description. So it's right there for you, easy to find. You don't gotta go hunting for it. And it's also a great way to support the channel at zero additional cost to you. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know any questions you have down in the comments, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Take care, y'all.